the show. I'm Rob Hubel.
Yay! I'm Candace Bailey. Stephen Amell, the star of the CW's Arrow, is here live. And he brought his abs.
And Matt Myra's here with his abs.
Yeah!
To review the new Kindle Paperwhite on Gadgetron.
And you brought your abs.
I did bring my abs are currently sleeping.
Oh, they are.
They
huh?
will
They
be
took a
out
nap?
later. You know, I almost got the part of Arrow.
What happened?
No, I didn't. I'm not handsome enough. Not
You're
that
so
handsome. Couldn't
handsome.
do it. Couldn't. I'm so nervous. This is a live TV show. And
Don't
it is
be
my
nervous.
First day hosting, and I'm so nervous. I'm gonna swear and say like, bleep or boop.
Well, that might happen, but we do have a little button that they push in there. But just for the record, you can say ass, damn, and bitch.
That's it.
That's it. But you can't say certain words of those with other words.
All right.
So you better be careful.
All right, ass damn bitch. I believe you.
You were calling me that,
No.
right? Okay. All right. Just
No.
making sure. Let's go around the net, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Rob?
Candace, what do you have for us today?
Well, our first stop is Egypt. Heard
What?
of the Arab Spring?
Uh-huh.
Well, here's the Arab Fall.
Ja pierdolę i mi się tu nie podoba.
What on earth was that roof made with?
In Egypt, they make roofs out of wheat thins.
Really?
That's what I heard.
That sounds delicious.
It is. It's
I would
yummy.
just eat my roof all the time.
It's so good. You know, that's actually a trailer for the new movie Born Rehabilitation.
I like it.
I don't know.
Have you ever tried parkour?
No, but it looks totally safe.
Oh, yeah.
After that video.
Absolutely.
Did you know in Egypt they actually call parkour parkour?
I did know that. I did know that.
Nailed it.
Up next, a rarity on this show, something truly inspiring. Here's video from Saturday's football game between Nebraska and Ohio State. Now, we don't really care who won because the Ohio State marching band stole the show with our halftime tribute to classic gaming. Seen in my life, and that horse running. Oh,
Yeah,
so cool.
trust us, other side of the field. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, they had to see
They're just
everything
like,
upside
what
down.
is that? I don't know what that is.
Game over. What
The toughest part of putting that routine together is explaining to 18-year-olds like what Atari is. I don't get that.
You know, Ohio State is probably the only place in the world where the marching band gets laid more than the football.
Oh! The Ohio State football team did not like that joke. They did not like it. Never go to Ohio State.
Oh, and finally, everyone knows that people only go to rally car races to watch spectacular crashes. And the audience in this wine vineyard was not disappointed.
Attention! Attention!
on electricity so
They
much.
hate it. They hate it.
know.
They're like, "Zzz,
Clearly.
Did you feel something? No, I did not feel anything. No. Why is there grapes here? Let's just keep going. It's like my favorite deleted scene from Sideways.
Oh my gosh, I know. I
Good.
wish they had kept that in the movie.
They would have. It would have been
It would
way
have been
better.
So much better. And there you have Around the Net.
We did it!
Yay! High five.
We did it. Still ahead. A real-life Batman got himself arrested again. Thankfully, Robin isn't the one pressing charges.
We will explain after the break.
Hey, you want news? Well, here's some news for you. Miracles are happening, you guys, at New York City airports, at the airports in New York every day. Miracles are happening. Wheelchair-bound people are standing up and walking to their gates as if nothing is wrong with them. Oh, wait, it's not a miracle at all. It's New Yorkers being D-bags. Yeah. According to the New York Times, an increasing number of air travelers have been cutting through security checkpoints by requesting wheelchair assistance. Because TSA policy allows anyone in a wheelchair to skip the nightmare of full body scans and bag searches and roll straight through to the nearest Cinnabon. Yeah, regardless of how good their legs work. And get this, you don't even have to push yourself. The airport provides designated wheelchair pushers who do all the pushing for you. It's genius, right? Wait, did I say genius? Because I meant to say total dick move, bro. Those people might think they're smart because they're gaming the system, but they're gaming a system meant to help the physically disabled. Skipping airport security lines is pretty much the only perk of being in a wheelchair. I mean, what are you going to do next? Are you going to steal a baby so you can board the plane first? Huh? You're going to punch a blind person for an aisle seat? Actually, if you're going to punch a blind person, that's a pretty good person to punch. They're not going to fight back because they don't know who did it. Damn it! Now I'm thinking like these a-holes. People are getting away with all this because the airlines don't require travelers to provide proof that they need wheelchairs in the first place. Oh no, the airlines believe in the integrity of their passengers. Yeah, so they just trust flyers not to play cripple, huh? Great, well why don't you let me know when they trust us to carry shampoo? Boom, boom. You know, we don't always talk about dudes that have been arrested for allegedly interfering with the police investigation, but when we do, it's because they were dressed as Batman. Mark Wayne Williams, should have been Bruce Wayne Williams, of Petoskey, Michigan, turned a car crash into a train wreck when he showed up as Batman to help search for a driver that fled the scene of the accident. Williams learned from the accident from his police scanner, of course, and says he just happened to be dressed as Batman when the call came in, which I totally believe, actually. It seems like maybe the cops could have just let Williams off with a warning, right? I mean, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? Oh, he's been arrested for showing up to crime scenes as Batman before? Well, then that makes total sense. You should have mentioned that in rehearsal. Turns out, Williams was on probation earlier this year and told to stay out of uniform. The cops felt they had to get rid of Bat Williams because, no joke here, they were using tracking dogs to search for the fleeing driver, and they were worried that his scent would throw off their hounds. Let me tell you something. I've been to Comic-Con, and I can personally tell you that the smell of fat Batman is going to throw off the scent of your hounds. News of this insane arrest was broken by the Petoskey Batgirl on her Facebook page. So she's also a thing that's happening in Michigan. The hell is going on in Michigan? Next thing you know, we're going to have a deranged clown threatening everyone with, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, why so serious, Shaggy 2 Dope? All right, Michigan, you win. We'll stay the hell out of your crazy state. And finally, the world's most famous and irritating illusionist, David Blaine, is at it again. He spent the weekend on New York's Pier 54 getting zapped by 6 Tesla coils while wearing a protective metal suit that kind of made him look like a doughy reject character from Game of Thrones. And of course, the question on everyone's mind is, wait a second, how is David Blaine pooping right now? One thing's for sure, Blaine's not actually getting electrocuted, unfortunately. The fancy chainmail and birdcage helmet is acting as a Faraday cage that keeps the voltage totally outside of his body. Although Blaine did say he still feels the impact force of the lightning bolts hitting the suit. So that's something, I guess, getting hit by lightning. Blaine seems to have the same grasp on science as this guy, the dude from Monty Python. Blaine's event sounds awesome until you realize that the biggest threat he's really facing is breathing in too much nitrous oxide from the lightning bolts. And you know what? The crowd wasn't really that impressed either. Even Andrew WK couldn't get the crowd going by zapping Blaine to the tune of Party Hard. It's a great song. And the event's overwhelming corporate sponsorship doesn't really help. The whole thing is branded by HP Ultrabooks, which brought out names like Woody Harrelson and these 2 lady DJs to try to make Blaine into their electric voodoo doll. The stunt is actually in its final hour right now, so let's check in and see how it's going. Yeah! Wow! No, that's looking pretty boring. It's pretty boring. Let me add some sound effects, see if I can soup it up here. Oh, ouch, my penis is getting zapped by lightning. No, still boring. Sorry, I guess that's what you get when you're just rehashing 100-year-old Tesla demonstrations. But at least it perfectly mimics the tedious experience of using an HP Ultrabook. Boom! Zap, HP! You write this show, don't write me, HP. Still ahead, I Ain't Afraid of No Ghosts. Professional paranormal investigator Zach Baggins will be here right after
Got your bags packed and your t-shirts picked out for New York Comic Con? So do we. Come buy limited edition AOTS gear or get an autograph from G4 hosts like Blair Butler, Jessica Chobot, Blair Herter, and Grace Helbig. It all happens at the G4 booth October 11th through 14th. For more information, visit g4tv.com/NYCC.
Ghosts have a super cool headquarters. I can't wait to die.
Aaron is going to do a series of rapid EVP burst sessions to test the waters to find out if there are spirits in this house. Who are they? What do they want? And what part of the house are they in?
All right.
We heard a lot about attacks that you've been doing.
Dude, I keep hearing footsteps over here.
Aaron is absolutely correct because on this upstairs camera, the audio is capturing 2 distinct footsteps on the wood floor.
We heard a lot about attacks that you've been doing.
Please welcome the host, executive producer, and lead investigator for Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's up, Zach? How are you, man?
I just got locked down in a prison, and I have a lockdown hangover. All the spirits there sucked everything out of me.
Your life
That didn't sound good.
You
That didn't sound good at all.
You have the craziest life, and I'm such a huge fan. I watch your show all the time, and I even had a friend of mine at Comic-Con go get your autograph because I was too shy to get it. And I'm not kidding. And I framed it.
I'm not possessed, man. You can come up to me.
I don't want to meet you in person because I don't want to get possessed. I don't want that.
Well, that's it. You know, it's a real thing. You know, I've tried to have several girlfriends that every time they try and come over to my house, they either get attacked or messed with, and it's just like, man, I'm forced to be single.
You just sealed your own fate for the rest of your life. You will never get another date.
I got some crazy girls that kind of like that stuff.
So your 7th season just started, and I understand there's a crazy episode tonight where like an exorcism went wrong or something like that.
Actually, this Friday, yes, there is an episode called Black Moon Manor, and that you just saw a clip of it. And what's really interesting in that episode is that we use this device to communicate with spirits called an SB7 spirit box.
I know the spirit box, man. I'm aware of the spirit box.
You're a true fan.
Yeah.
But you know what? This spirit box is truly amazing. And you think about technology now, you think about the evolution of iPhones, iPads. I mean, we can't even keep up with this stuff because just how awesome it is and how, you know, so much technology is involved in it and how fast it's evolving. But with the evolution of technology, us in the paranormal research field, we are also utilizing that technology to communicate with spirits. Something that you thought maybe 30, 40 years ago, hey, you know, I could take this cell phone right here, I could send you a video of me doing something over invisible airwaves.
Yeah.
You know, back 30, 40 years ago, you would say, I would never be able to hear a ghost talk because they don't have a mouth.
Right.
But we have technology now that we can hear them speak, and it's insane. And on that episode, Black Moon Manor, Friday, I ask a spirit, what color is this light on a Mel meter that indicates electromagnetic energy? The spirit then tells me it's green. So I've established visual communication.
Wait, now let me
amazing.
Let me ask you a question just about the spirit box, and this is just one for me because I watched the show. Who invented the spirit box? Like, did Apple make that? I mean, please tell me someone reputable. Or is it just two guys in a garage?
I don't think the spirit box should be in everybody's hands because once you open that door, you can attract a lot of spirits, a lot of attachments, and like I said, I have a lockdown hangover. I feel like crap for 2-3 days after I investigate because the spirits just suck everything out of me.
Yeah.
But we have engineers, electrical engineers and inventors, 2 of them mainly, Gary Golka and Bill Chappell, who build these devices for us exclusively, and it's amazing.
That's so cool. Now tell me a little bit about this music project you're working on. I know you have an album that you've produced and that you're doing that involves EVPs, right?
Yeah, it's called Necrofusion.
Of course it's called Necrofusion.
Necrofusion, not the other necro. What is it, necro, when you have sex with dead people?
Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that.
Wipe it slate.
No, let's just keep going.
Okay, good. Necrofusion is, I love music. Man, I joined forces with a guy I really look up to, Praga Khan, creator of Lords of Acid.
Sure.
And we kind of met in a weird way, but I wanted to take all the voices that I capture off the SB7 Spirit Box and let these voices be heard by more people. And you talk about spirits, a lot of spirits are stuck in purgatory, they're trapped, because they don't have a voice. They just want to be heard. They want to tell you how they died. They want to tell you their lost love. And when you hear them, you can give them closure. They can release themselves, they go to the light or whatever. So I thought combining these spirit voices in one of the most strongest, powerful ways to send a message is through music. Think about it. Every song, when you're 13, you still know the lyrics. You just hear 2 seconds of a song, you know all the lyrics. That is the most powerful platform to send a message is through music.
Okay,
so why not?
let me stop here just a second. Let's just listen to a little bit of your song, okay? We only have like about a minute left. Okay, I want you to hear some of this.
David, my name is Zach. Can you hear me? I just want to know what went through your mind that made you want to take your life.
It was just getting good. The beat was just kicking in.
I just started moving my head.
So that's like, it's all like sort of post-industrial, the sound of that.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like industrial, dubstep, and rock. It's like a fusion of all three of those. It's really interesting. It's never been done before in music. Each song tells a story of a spirit. It includes actual EVPs from those spirits. You just heard a sample of Room 20 where I communicated with, I believe, the spirit of David Strickland in Room 20 at the Oasis Motel. So the tone sets the story, the emotion of my experience when I communicated with these spirits. It's truly powerful, and it's emotional as well. And every song tells a different story.
Is something bad going to happen to me if I listen to this song?
It's not like the video from The Ring. It's not like the video from The Ring. But there are a couple messed up songs involving some demonic entities. I know we're live, so I just bleep my own word. So some of them do involve some demonic-natured voices that are scary as hell.
That is so scary. Thanks to Zach Baggins.
October 23rd, Necrofusion, Ghost Adventures Fridays. Thanks, guys.
Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures this Friday on Travel Channel. You can pick up Necrofusion October 23rd. Zach Baggins!
Adobe's Photoshop is still the go-to software for creating and editing images. The problem is the price tag on it. But what if I told you there's a free version of Photoshop that can run in your web browser? It's called SumoPaint.com. SumoPaint is a web-based application that mimics the popular Photoshop software and is almost as powerful. The look and feel of SumoPaint is very familiar. All the tools and settings you're used to is at your disposal. Still don't believe me? Check it out. Let's take this picture of your friend and have a little fun with it. Copy the link to it and open the image in SumoPaint directly from the URL. You can easily cut him out of the photo using the lasso tool, creating an image of him with no background. Now we can take that image and put him in front of any background we want. Open a new picture, and as you can see, SumoPaint allows you to seamlessly open multiple images. Now just copy and paste the pic of your friend into the background and voila! You just created a multi-layer image in your web browser. SumoPaint can also perform other simple tasks like color correction and adding text. And that's only a fraction of what you can do with the app. Once you're finished, you can save the image as a JPEG, or save the project as a .sumo file that you can open again later. You can also publish your work to sumo.fm and show off your labor of love to the whole community of artists. No word yet on a version for your tablet browser, but SumoPaint has made a great doodling that's free for the iPad. Now thanks to SumoPaint, you've got an alternative to Photoshop running in your web browser. Use it for free at sumopaint.com/app.
All the news you need to know.
It's Monday, October 8th, and here are your top stories. Yesterday, SpaceX successfully launched its unmanned spacecraft, Dragon. It reached orbit in just 15 minutes, but not without a hitch. At a minute and 19 seconds into the flight, an engine on the rocket shut down. SpaceX said the engine did not explode, but the video shows a large burst of flames shooting out from the rocket's normal exhaust plume, followed by falling debris, which looks like an explosion to me. Am I right? Am I crazy? Regardless, the spacecraft has reached the final frontier and is now making its way towards the International Space Station. It's expected to dock on Wednesday and deliver supplies to the station's crew. This flight is the first of 12 cargo flights, which are all part of a $1.6 billion agreement between SpaceX and NASA. And over the weekend, the world saw an advertising first when Pop Culture magazine Entertainment Weekly featured a smartphone embedded in its October 5th issue. The custom-built Android device powered a digital ad that ran video and live tweets promoting new shows that will premiere on the CW network. They basically stripped down a cheap Android phone and wrapped it in plastic, so only the screen is visible. But if you remove it from the advertisement, you'll find a full QWERTY keyboard, T-Mobile 3G card, a camera, and a live USB port. Some enterprising folks have even been able to make phone calls using it. But Entertainment Weekly is only releasing 1,000 of these digitally enhanced issues, so if you want to get your hands on one, you better hurry up and hit the newsstands. And finally, oh, do I have a treat for you? Draft House Films,
which is the distribution arm of the popular Alamo Drafthouse, is reviving a movie from 1987. This film was originally released in just a few theaters and was all but forgotten until about a few years ago when a programmer at Drafthouse bought a copy off eBay for $50. The movie got such a positive response when it aired in their Weird Wednesday series that Drafthouse Films is now re-releasing it in theaters. It's about motorcycle ninjas cracking down on Florida's narcotics trade and taking out the baddies to the tune of the martial arts rock band Dragon Sound. Basically, it's awesome. Here's a taste of Miami Connection.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special treat for you today. We have a new house band with a new dimension in rock and roll. We have the one, the only, Dragon Sound!
This band is the only family I have.
They're all black belts in Taekwondo and they're pretty bad.
I want you to mess it up by going out with a second-rate musician like that John character.
They came in here to play damn songs for kids! Not escape the Miami Ninja!
Everybody's dead. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win.
My father! I found my father!
Miami Connection will hit theaters on November 2nd. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you have just been fed. And now over to Rob and Candace.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Get on your giveaway pants because it is time for another epic giveaway. Blu-ray release of E.T. tomorrow, we are giving you a chance to win this Blu-ray prize pack.
It includes the newly restored 30th anniversary edition of E.T. with never-before-seen features, the classic red hoodie, and this mongoose bike with E.T. plush doll.
G4TV.com/epic giveaway. Get your entry in between now and Tuesday, October 9th by 3 p.m. Eastern to be eligible. We will announce the winner right here on tomorrow's show. Well done, Sarah.
Stay tuned. Aerostar Stephen Amell is coming up next.
And did I mention he's got some abs?
I know he's got abs. Crime is about to get shot with an arrow. Please welcome Stephen Amell. Man, you said when they were showing that clip that was day one, scene one?
First scene.
They just start off torturing you?
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Zip
show.
cuffed to a chair. And I had never worked with the director of the pilot before, David Nutter. And he's just like, he directed Smallville, and he's directed a ton of pilots, and wonderful guy. And right before our first take, he just goes, "Fire up, action!" action, like that. Like he just got really, like,
Yeah,
really
super
into it.
intense,
yeah,
yeah.
super intense. And I'm like, I'm scared.
Well, I'm so psyched that you're on the show. I mean, I've seen so many of your billboards, like here in LA. It's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. You should be so psyched.
My buddy sent me some photos from Century City Mall where it's saturated to the point
Yeah.
where it's like Arrow Mall, and then I saw the one on Sunset and Vine that's like 80 feet tall. It's nuts.
Well, I took it upon myself to go out and deface one because I was a little jealous.
I'm actually surprised that more of them haven't been defaced.
Yeah, so
Weird
I
stuff
went out,
done to my nipples and stuff like
so
that.
I went out and I did this to one of yours. I think we have this. I just made you fat. And no, what is that? That's from a friend of yours, a birthday cake or something?
Yeah, I showed up here. I got here on Saturday, and I was supposed to meet my buddy for dinner, and I showed up, and there was like 20 guys there. And he took a copy of the billboard and took it to a cake shop and was like, listen, you need to just make him disgusting.
Go crazy.
They didn't know. They were going to go one of two ways. They were either going to do that or they were going to make me super emaciated.
Yeah.
Which I also would have been... That would have been funny as well.
That's so dark.
I would have, yeah.
I love that you can walk into a cake shop and go, just go crazy, whatever you
just
want.
do what you want.
Well, so people that are huge comic book fans cannot get enough of this. Like, they are chomping at the bit for all this. So you must feel, do you feel like a lot of pressure on you to deliver this character in a way that's different than people have seen it, or, you know?
No, I don't. I've only felt pressure one time during the entire shoot, and that was when we were doing the pilot, and there was the camera test day and hair and makeup test. It's sort of like the first day of school for everybody.
Yeah.
And I've been going to the studio, every day for fight training and archery training and all this stuff. And finally, I show up for this particular day, and it seemed like there were 900 cars there.
Right.
And for just a second, I said, wow. I said, all these people are here. They want to work on this pilot. They want it to go to series, and if it doesn't, it'll be because I suck.
Right.
And whatever.
He doesn't suck. He did it.
I didn't. So there we go.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. I feel like archery fans must be so, and I've seen you in other interviews talk about this, like people that are way into archery take this very seriously. Like the form that you do, like, has to be great. It can't be like Orlando Bloom.
They don't like him at all.
No.
They really dislike him.
Yeah.
The cardinal sin for archery on film and television is when you release the arrow, you're just supposed to open your hand.
Right.
And what a lot of people do because they're shooting CGI arrows is they flick their hand back like this.
Right.
And that was they call that. You're gonna run into that guy one day on the street, and he's gonna be like, you.
Yeah. You ruined my life. So when you were at Comic-Con, I was there this year, and I understand that you were able to just walk around without even being recognized because people didn't know yet who you were.
Yeah, we did our panel, and then I walked around. I was there with my brother-in-law, who he and my sister had just gotten married. He was a massive comic book fan, so this was their first stop on their honeymoon and their wedding present. And
worst honeymoon ever.
But no, we had a great time, and I was at the DC booth, and I ran into a dude dressed as Green Arrow, and I'm like, hey man, can I get a photo with you? And he goes, yeah, of course.
Here's a picture of it.
Yeah, there we go. And just after we took that photo, he said, you're a big Green Arrow fan? I said, yeah, I play him on the TV show. And he goes, he said something that I can't actually repeat on TV.
And
It was like a 3-part swear word, and then he's like rushing to get his camera.
And his brain just exploded.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Man, that picture of you is so funny. It looks like he farted on you. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he didn't. But next year, you're not going to be able to enjoy that anonymity. Next year you're going to be mobbed, so get used to that. You're going to have to like dress as Darth Vader or something.
I said I'm gonna. DC doesn't know this yet, but they're building me a complete General Zod costume.
Yeah.
Like complete with the Terrence Stamp mask and
Beautiful
everything.
Zod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening.
That's awesome, man. I saw that on Twitter you are a huge sports fan.
Yes.
And you have like a section of your house that is, you have like a bunch of screens where you can just watch sports.
Yeah, I took the second bedroom, which is not very big at all. There it is. Fantastic. And I created my tri-television man room called Brangelina.
Why is it called
Shiloh,
Brangelina?
Pax, and Zahara are the TVs.
All right, you need to relax. You need to take. But what do you want? I mean, will there come a day where you'll just watch reruns of Arrow? Just like on every screen?
On every
boom,
screen?
Boom, boom, yeah.
It's already happening. It's already happening. We've had screenings there. I have a couple of I have access to a couple of the shows that are coming up, and so when people come over, we watch it. I'm shameless. You want to watch my show?
Yeah.
Please?
Totally should do that. Let me ask you this. Would you ever take a job where you didn't have to be in great shape? Like, don't you, after doing, you know, Hung and like Vampire Diaries and all that stuff where you have to have ripped abs, Candace has been into your...
Feel his abs.
I'll never do this on any other occasion. Come on! No way! No way! But don't you just want to do something where you can just like drink beer and eat donuts?
Just be gluttonous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you should do that.
My manager's in the green room. I hope he's watching this. I want to do something where I just like heavy sweaters and
yeah,
like dress like a
you should
dress like girls dress in the early '90s or something like that.
Just multiple sweaters.
Just multiple layers.
You should do something where you play that guy at Comic-Con, that sweaty dude.
Oh my God.
Hey bro, I'm playing you.
Comic-Con's the best.
You'd be so psyched.
I had such a good time.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Well, thanks for being here, man. Good luck with the show. Steven Amell!
Thank you very much, everybody.
Arrow premieres Wednesday night on the CW. Now let's check in with Candace.
Still ahead, Matt Myra catches up on some reading with the Kindle Paperwhite. Stick around.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Jessica Chobot sits down with the cast of 7 Psychopaths, including Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, and the one and only Christopher Walken. Then on DVD Tuesday, Chris Gore plays Byron or Pass with the Alien prequel Prometheus and John Cusack's The Raven. And we're checking out Metallica's new collaboration with Vans and the latest NHL Reeboks and sneakerheads.
Matt Myra is here. Matt. What is that?
Well, I'll tell you what it's not, a Spirit Box SB7. But this is the future of Kindles. Amazon has made their e-reader even better with the new Kindle Paperwhite. This device has a 6-inch e-ink display with higher contrast and resolution than the previous model. And it features a new LED lighting system that simulates bright white paper. This new Kindle can be yours for $120. Here it is, everybody. It's the Kindle Paperwhite. You know what's not on here? Any physical buttons except for the power button, so that's a thing you got to deal with.
Zing. You just zinged them.
I sure did. Take that, Amazon. But the weight is surprising. I found it actually to be a little heavier than I expected, but it's very well balanced, so that's nice. It's evenly distributed weight, so it doesn't feel like too top heavy. The old one with the keyboard on the bottom kind of was awkward to hold, but this one's actually very nice. The back is textured rubber, so it's good for grip, but the front is sort of very much a fingerprint magnet, so that's something you have to deal with if you're sort of anal about that kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, the advantage of a Kindle over a tablet is that the screen is easy on the eyes, right? So how did this one look?
Yeah, the screen actually looked pretty great. The screen itself is excellent. Contrast levels are perfect. They're actually higher than they ever have been. The contrast levels are up. It's good. You can actually look at it and trick your eyes into thinking you're reading paper. So your eyes get tired when you read on like an iPad for too long. But here's the deal. This is a touch screen. My problem with the screen is that it's too sensitive sometimes.
Too sensitive? That's
right?
Just like me.
Oh, my God. Here's the deal. The screen's broken up into sections. So, like, when you're in a book, you can go page forward by touching the page. That'll bring up the... I'm just trying to go along with the B-roll. But here's the deal. You touch with the left side, that'll bring you a page back. You touch with the right side, brings you a page forward. I'm left-handed. So I had a problem with this because I'm the laziest person alive. I want to hold it with one hand. And this thing's like, no, that's going to go page back. I'm like, I got to use my other hand, Amazon?
I'm sorry, Matt, you have 2 hands.
I know, but I don't want to use them both. Man. It seems like overkill.
Now, you sound like a person that owns a lot of Kindles.
I have 6 of them, Rob.
You are the Jay Leno of Kindles.
I have a garage for them. I pay guys to work on them sometimes. My oldest one is powered by Steam. I found this touchscreen to be far too sensitive. So, like, when you go to put it down, you'll touch it and not realize you touched it, and it'll jump forward or backwards a few pages, so you're always trying to find your spot. And then, like, when you want to, like, change the text size, sometimes it's not responsive enough. So it's a little, it's awkward.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah. Well, the Paperwhite has new software on it, I understand, and part of that, it shows you how slowly you're reading, and I have to ask, like, why does it have to criticize me like that? I'm slow.
Great question. This thing will tell you how long you're reading just based on how long the page has been up. So, for instance, this book it's telling me I have 21 hours and 29 minutes left in this book. This book is 200 pages.
Wait, that's if I'm reading just continuously if I don't have a job.
This is what it's telling me. No, what it does is it takes the new software will gauge your reading based on how fast you're turning pages. So, for instance, if you leave this thing on and just set it down, it's going to throw that whole thing off. So you touch the bottom there, it tells you how long you have left in the chapter, how long you have left in the book, and so on. And then you can hit the top of the screen. That'll bring up other controls, including X-Ray, which is just like the Kindle Fire. It will index everything in the book, which is kind of handy if you're searching for terms or characters and stuff like that. So I love that, and that's a new thing that's on all of the Kindles now is X-Ray.
Now, the other big thing that that everybody has been psyched about is the backlight.
Yeah! It's finally here, everybody.
Why did it take them so long to come up with a backlight for the Kindle?
I'm guessing money's. Like, it was probably too expensive. Like, the old Kindle was $79. You know, they throw a backlight into it, it's going to cost more.
Right.
They sold me that special cover that had a light in it for another $80. So I feel like they're...
So stupid. You're so stupid.
The backlight's a welcome addition. It's supposed to simulate paper, like the whiteness of paper. But it doesn't. It sort of looks like you're staring at the headlight of an Acura. You know, the weird blue ones that you see coming down the highway, and you're like, oh, that jerk. But no, it's good. The Barnes & Noble came out with it first with the Nook. They were first to that earlier this year. I found myself using the light even in bright, you know, I didn't need it, but I liked it, so I was turning it on.
If you're in bed with another person, it's handy.
It is very, very handy.
You're not going to wake them up.
Yeah, I read Gordon Ramsay's autobiography this weekend. Did not disturb my lady friend.
Yeah.
Like I have one. Oh, God.
Oh, the show just got really sad and dark.
No, I did. But the light is uneven sometimes, and that was sort of a problem. When I was on the plane, it's like you can see a gradient to the light, which you don't really see on the Nook, but again, it's not as bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, $120.
Yeah.
What are we going to rate it?
We're giving the Paperwhite a 4 out of 5. Yeah, it's a competitive price. It's competitive with the Nook. It still feels a little too expensive for me. That's why it's not getting a 5 out of 5. The option for cloud storage is really good. Amazon's content, way better than Barnes & Noble right now. So I think if you're looking for an e-reader, you're between the Nook and the Kindle, I would go with the Kindle.
All right.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's book. He reads it alone. Matt Myra!
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, buddy.
What a fun show.
I survived it.
I know. Tell me what his abs felt like.
His abs felt like metal.
I was living vicariously through you.
Don't. I mean, it was really, they feel a lot like my abs.
Oh, wow.
Dig that, TV watchers.
That's what, oh.
Go on the boards and chat about that.
Thanks to Stephen Amell, Matt Myra, Zach Baggins, and Sarah Underwood.
Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good night. And thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
But you.
Look at my dress.
Look at my abs.